we were all so young. I don't look at it as anything heavy and regretful. It was definitely fun. I think what was fun about it is that it was done in a very different way. It was done, I think Tracy, who created the show, the reboot, was very smart on how she created that show, the characters, poking a little fun at it. Definitely had, sort of that light kind of, it was fun. It was very smart, and it was great. We had a great time. It was super fun. It was sad that it ended as soon as it did, and it only had 2 seasons, but I really thought it could go a little bit further, but we had a great time, and the fact that we had the opportunity to do it was great. I think, it's funny. I pat myself on the back. I was very proud that I kept true to myself, and I stayed that way through both shows. And that transition was probably not the easiest, on camera or off camera. So, but I feel very proud with the way that I handled myself and my work ethic and all that. And I still have that same work ethic today. I think I would always try to be very open to really anything that they came to me and said that they wanted to do, but they're kids, like neither one of them have really expressed too much. I think Harper talks about it every now and then, but I can tell it's not something she's driven. Right now, it's all volleyball. She is volleyball, volleyball, volleyball. So, that is her passion right now. And I love that she has something that she really looks forward to. My son has no interest. He is just play and sports himself, and baseball and basketball and, skateboarding. And, those are the things that, that I'm happy that they have. So no pushing over here. I would, of course, be open and supportive, but we're not having to worry about that because it's not something that's on their radar. It's bittersweet for me because I really do enjoy the summers with my kids. And as my kids are getting older, especially my teenager, I really don't have that many more summers left. It's hard to know what those summers are going to look like after. And she's starting high school this year, which is bonkers to me, bonkers. So I really try to really cherish this summer. And I bet you I will be the same for the next few summers, after that. I'm going to be very just mindful about really enjoying the summers. But then as the summer starts to wind down, I'm almost tired. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'll be also excited about routine again. I'm such a routine girl with myself. And I do believe, I think kids really flourish with routine. So, and I know they're at that place now too, where they're kind of getting bored, because we're not traveling, we're not, we don't have any sport camps, and we don't have those types of things anymore. It's kind of nothing until school starts. So I think they're getting to a place of wanting to go back and see their friends and have their sort of routine as well. I'm still very close to a lot of the cast members on that show, Jason and all that. So I know it's a very hard loss. And I had a loss of, somebody else a couple of years ago on a show that I was on. So losses, it is a part of life, and it's part of what we all sadly have to go through. But it's interesting too how it can bring people together as well. So, I came on after she had left, and, never depressed. I literally never, I think I went to one party with her where she was on, the other, but that was it. It was weird. It was never something that we ever had crossed on any sort of with another job or anything. I might look at that a little differently. I honestly don't have anything bad to say about Brian, the relationship. I look at it probably a little lighter, I think, because we were all so young. I don't look at it as anything heavy and regretful. That's just part of being young and learning, right? And that's kind of how I look at it. I really don't have any regrets. I really don't. I believe you can even learn from mistakes, but regrets is heavier. I don't know. Actually, Matt, myself, and Tim DeKay just got together for Variety, and we are definitely, there's definitely talks about a revival. It's definitely out there and being talked about, and possibly more. I don't have any news for it, but it's definitely out there for sure. And I think we would all be very, very excited if it did happen. I do know as a cast, we are on board if it were. So that's cool. And seeing that it's actually having, the fact that it just went on Netflix and people are starting to see it again. My daughter literally just finished the entire show, all seasons, and absolutely says that it's her favorite show now. I know they will do it with grace and with full respect, because that's what he deserves. He was a really wonderful person and wonderful in that show. And that character was so such a huge part of that show that I know the creator Jeff Easton would probably do a great job if given the chance. So super excited to be partnering with Hormel. I'm a huge fan. I'm also a big fan of pepperoni pizza, of course, and so we're excited to be working together on the National Pepperoni Pizza Day on September 20th, and we're kind of showing sort of how it could be a great day to take off from work or life or whatever to celebrate, what I think is one of the best pizzas out there, and that's pepperoni pizza. My kids definitely, if they were to choose what to make, it would definitely be pepperoni pizza. So I will say that we are big pizza lovers over here at our house, and so that is one that is often requested in the Smith household. Well, that pizza for sure is because you can use any kind of pizza. I definitely believe pepperoni pizza is the best one to use for leftovers, but that is a definite favorite recipe in that the new cookbook. When you put a cookbook together, you really put all the recipes that are so kind of close to home for you. And it was a really fun project that, an idea that it sparked in my head at the beginning of COVID when we weren't, kind of going to the grocery store as often. And it made me think of how this is how we should be really doing it, saving money as well as, not creating a lot of food waste. And so that was why I started and had the idea to create a book really based on leftovers, which I had never seen before in a cookbook. I felt like a lot of people who love to cook probably felt the same way about that, and also have sort of a passion about really trying to be better about, wasting. So